It's Blue Friggin' Demon. Don't ever forget it. Don't ever forget it. Hey folks, I'm Bob Moffitt, host of Let's Weld Something. Today we're at HTP America. We're going here and learn about some machines that they have. Kind of curious to see what's going on with some of their processes. I've got some machines that have run in the past. We'll see what's new today. Come on in.
Well, here's wonderful HTP America. This is our customer service department is in this main room.
Let's see some processes and
all right,
and machines. Let's weld something. That's our title.
We'll get out to welding. So this is kind of our warehouse. This is where all of our parts are. This is where we do some assembly of the torches, the TIG torches primarily. And a lot of this inventory is MIG guns. And here's all of our Optrel helmets. These are some dryers. These are more boards for the machines and some not so common torches like the 18 series and some of the torches for the bigger machines. And then this is kind of our repair area. Got the sides off this 400 because I was helping a customer diagnose a water cooler problem. And we've got a bunch of old machines over there so we can talk to customers and help them out with their problems. It always helps to have the real thing to look at. You know?
Yeah, it does. These all these solid state electronics, are they? I mean, how do you go about troubleshooting something like that? You do the individual boards, test the board, and if it's a board issue,
you can usually diagnose it based on what's happening. And again, we really haven't had that many issues with the machines. They've been pretty reliable. But yeah, we can usually diagnose the board, ship it to the customer, and then they replace it. Unless it's a catastrophic failure.
Earlier we were talking about the ABP 330, and I could repair some of those. And I repaired when I first got to the college, we had three of them. One of the high frequency capacitors fit in the palm of your hand, $105, and and I knew enough of the major components, and I could do a switch and stuff. But I knew better than to go in and try to do a board or something.
Well,
I knew to stay out of it.
With these, if we can get a customer on the phone with a voltmeter and they know how to use it,
right.
We can tell them what to test. We can.
That's interesting.
Most of the time, figure out what the issue is.
It's hard to find people that can work on them. That want to work on them for repairs and stuff. Mm-hmm. I think it's a good job to get into myself.
And that's the first Invertig 200. So again, we've got that so we can help customers troubleshoot it. And again, a lot of older machines over here. Here's a Microcut 625. It's been out of production for a while. This is helps us test the spool guns and is our backup generator if we lose power on this Trailblazer 302. And then this was our project.
I'm doing some classes, private classes for smoker builder community in Rolla, Missouri. Frank Cox does plans and does the plans and stuff.
So we built this pretty much with the ProPulse 220. Had some employees get involved with it, so that gave them some good hands-on. Coming up here, we've got some wire, coolant, more guns, foot pedals. We sell these little bottles to the DIY market. And then some filler metal, individually bagged. And then this other side is where we keep all the machines. You can see the Invertig 221s and the dual voltage machine, the MiG 200i. There's some ProPulse 220s. And then the bigger machines are back over there. And we've got carts and flow meters up here. Bulk coolant. That's some of the welding cable that we use to make ground clamps with.
Everything ships. Everything North America ships right here.
We pretty much ship everything around the country.
Interesting.
This we turned into a school area. We've got this jet boat here that we use the ProPulse 220 and the ProPulse 300 on. We had customers come in and use the machine on the boat. We had our employees use the machines on the boat. So it was a good learning project.
Was this sitting in Winfield, Kansas at one point? No?
No, I think it only came here.
Somebody told me something about the boat that was up there that needed some help.
And then this is kind of more of our school area. We do some classes from time to time to bring our customers up to speed. A plasma table that we use to help test the plasma cutters. This is our new MicroCut 45DV over here. And that's pretty much it.
Interesting. Jeff, new machine here, 301.
Yeah, this is
301.
This is our 301, and we came out with the 400, which basically kind of competed with the Miller Dynasty 400. Has a lot of features that many people don't need. Many people don't need 400 amps. They don't need the ability to run on multiple voltages. So then we came out with the 313, which cut our costs a little bit, which was a 300 amp multi-voltage machine. And now we've got the 301, which is a 300 amp 220 volt single phase.
Just keep it down and dirty, simple, and
Correct.
Go with it.
So, you know, that enables us to cut some expense out of the unit and still same software. All the features are the same. It's just you're losing amperage.
Menus. These inverters and electronic machines can seem overwhelming when it comes to settings and stuff. What do we have for menu settings? How do we get through this and start welding?
Well, what we found, I think the beauty of this machine is in the 221, which is a very popular unit that was designed over 10 years ago, you kind of have menus buried within menus. And the beauty of the 301 is that everything's right on that display.
No, nothing is obscure to the user.
Correct.
Okay, so what do we want to do some test welds on? We're on the AC side of it.
Yeah.
So,
what would you like to test, Bob?
I want to run some beads on whatever size aluminum. Let's do 1/8 inch. We've got some outside corner joint set up.
Okay.
So I'm going to say 130 on the amperage. I'll call out some numbers here. I want to be able to use 130.
All right.
On the amperage.
Would you want to probably have the amperage set, say 150, so you could come in a little hot and then back it off?
Okay.
Okay.
I want, let's see here. We've got the Hertz pulse on and everything. We've got.
Do you want the pulse on?
At first, no.
All right.
No.
So
the separate.
Pulse mode, turn pulse off. Pulse is off.
So the starting amperage I'd like to see in and around. I mean, I tend to do hot starts. Okay. So, but is it a timed sequence? If we said it was at 50 amps, how long is that time, or does it?
Let's see. So I think your hot start is 130 amps.
Okay.
And we can dial that down. So you're going to get a hot start of 130 amps for a fraction of a second. We could turn it off, and then your pedal's going to take over.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I'd like to start at 100 amps. Where's the 4 amps come into play?
So the 4 amps is the actual starting current for the pedal.
Okay.
So you're going to have a burst of 130 amps to get the arc started for basically a millisecond.
But then I'm going back to using the
Then you're going to be right at 4 amps.
Goes out of sequence.
Right.
Okay. From there, the balance,
Yeah.
we'll leave it at 68.
Okay.
And what else was on over here?
The remote's on, and the remote, you don't have an option. When the pedal's plugged in, it senses the remote.
Okay. AC mode. Are there different wave shapes of the AC?
There are different wave shapes.
It looks like okay, there is different.
Here we are. Easy AC, soft AC, triangular AC.
I got you.
So
You mentioned asymmetric.
So asymmetric would give you more amperage on your electrode negative or your electrode positive side
Okay.
of the wave.
Okay. And we got to it here.
Correct.
Keep pushing or circle?
You go here. Now you have the ability to change. I think I can do, whoops. So here, you see we can change electrode positive or electrode negative. So we can limit one or the other.
Okay. Can we eliminate this altogether?
Sure.
Just to see.
So to eliminate it altogether, we're not into asymmetric
Okay.
right now.
All right.
If we were, you'd have. I can show you. So now I'm going to go to just to turn it on. You see, it turns purple and it gives you asymmetric EP.
Okay.
So that tells you you've got your asymmetric on.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So if we go back and we turn it off, I'm going to run that to 100%. And now
I got you. What's the next one over here? The mode.
that would be your pulse, whether you want pulse on or off, and we turned it off.
Okay.
And then that's the job mode. So if you were using this in a production facility and you had a guy running a certain thing all the time, he would pull up job 2 and that would be set directly for him.
Okay. And then the last one is major.
That's all your settings.
That's all settings. Okay. So we can sit down and pull the trigger now then.
Sounds good.
But how high does it go?
How high does it go on AC? 20?
20 pulses per second? Let's go to 10. Can we go through the different waveforms real quick that you have?
This would be similar to like a 330 ABP. It has no
really?
wave.
Yeah. See, Daniel over there hadn't. Have you welded with a 330 ABP, Daniel? See, you're missing out. That was a heck of a machine. Wow, that's got power. I mean, obviously we're goofing around here. We've got a block in front of us, but that was full pedal when I'm rolling over the edges. And that's a soft arc setting. 300 amps. That's 300 amps. That's
So
getting
now, do you want to go back to the square wave?
Yeah, let's go back to the square wave.
Let's see.
That's the danger of stopping aluminum, just terminating weld.
Okay, so this is your triangular wave, which should be a cooler wave from the way I understand it.
Okay. That is a completely different sound. That's interesting. I don't know how to describe that. What? It's got the power, but it just seems like a different sound. I haven't
It's
heard
just
it.
going straight up and coming straight down, as opposed to going up and staying. And
Right. I'm telling you, this is impressive with the power. $300 amp single phase machine. Got some good power behind it. Got some features in there. It's been a long time since I welded with an ABP 330, and everybody us old guys always miss that power source for some reason. Other than the weight, it's like 800 pounds.
right.
I don't know. It was appealing. You could do some fine control with it. I had a female student that could weld probably 035 aluminum in a fillet weld and not burn through the backside. She was good. She was a really good welder when it came to the tedious thin aluminum. I think this machine is going to do well with this machine. It's going to serve that market with 300 amps. This thing will blow through that, I think. I melted the edge over here, not moving fast enough.
And the beauty is we're running it on a 50 amp breaker.
And they're what?
It's a 50 amp breaker.
50 amp breaker? Well, there's a testament right there in itself. Hey, thank you very much for the walkthrough. Learned a lot.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Glad you got some time on that 301.
I want to get some more time on it. I haven't welded much. In my last year of teaching stuff, I wasn't able to weld that much, so I'm kind of lost some function there. You know, I want to get some hood time back in, build some things, and but thank you very much. Always been curious about all the models and how things were done here in HTP. The machines that I run have been butt kickers. They got the power right behind them. I've been impressed with that.
Good.
So
We try to keep our customers happy, Bob.
absolutely.
All right, thanks.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the tour.
Have a safe trip back to Kansas.
Going to. On behalf of Let's Weld Something, Mr. Jeff Nolan, HTP America, I'm your host, Bob Moffett. Thank you.